From disaster to domination, Alabama just shocked the college football world. Let's rewind. This is a story of resilience, of a team that refused to let one bad week define their season. Alabama, a program with a legacy of greatness, found themselves at a crossroads after a disastrous start. But what happened next? No one saw it coming. This is more than just a football game. It's a testament to the power of belief, hard work, and the unbreakable spirit of a team determined to rise from the ashes. The journey from heartbreak to heroics is one that will be talked about for years to come. Week 1, Alabama looked lost. The sideline was a picture of disappointment, players staring at the turf, coaches searching for answers, and fans in disbelief. It was a moment that shook the foundation of Alabama football. The energy was gone, the confidence shattered. For a team used to winning, this was unfamiliar territory. The silence on the bench spoke volumes, and the weight of expectations seemed to press down on every shoulder. It was a gut check, a reality check, and a wake-up call all rolled into one. Missed tackles, dropped passes, and fans were freaking out. Every mistake felt heavier than the last. The offense couldn't find a rhythm, the defense looked a step slow, and the special teams, even they struggled. Social media lit up with criticism, and the pressure was on. The Crimson Tide faithful were left wondering if this was the beginning of the end for their dynasty. The mistakes piled up and the frustration was visible not just on the field, but in the stands and across the entire fan base. It was a night where nothing seemed to go right and the questions started swirling. Headlines everywhere said, "Is Alabama done?" Pundits on TV debated if the magic was gone. Was this the year Alabama finally fell from the top? The questions were relentless and the noise was deafening. Every sports show, every podcast, every tweet seemed to pile on. The narrative was set. Alabama was in trouble. The doubters were louder than ever, and the pressure cooker was set to high. It felt like the entire college football world was ready to write the tide off, eager to see a new king crowned. But this team's got heart. In the face of adversity, the leaders stepped up, captains called team meetings, coaches challenged their players, and the locker room became a place of honest conversations. They talked about pride, about legacy, and about what it means to wear that Alabama jersey. They refused to let one loss define them. The message was clear. Greatness isn't measured by how you handle success, but by how you respond to failure. The team dug deep, searching for answers and finding strength in each other. The week leading up to the Georgia game was different. Practices were intense, film sessions ran late, and every player knew what was at stake. The fans too felt the tension. As game day approached, the energy in Tuscaloosa was electric. The stadium started filling up hours before kickoff, with fans hoping for redemption. The city buzzed with anticipation, local businesses decked out in crimson and white, and everywhere you looked, people were talking about the upcoming showdown. It was more than just a game, it was a chance to reclaim pride and silence the critics. Fast forward, game day against Georgia. The air was thick with anticipation. This wasn't just another game. It was a chance to prove the doubters wrong, to show the world that Alabama football was still a force to be reckoned with. The stakes couldn't have been higher, and the pressure was immense. Every fan in the stadium, every player in the locker room knew that this was a defining moment for the program. The players locked in. You could see it in their eyes during warm-ups. No smiles, just focus. Every rep, every drill, every huddle was about one thing: redemption. The captains rallied the team, reminding them of the work they put in and the legacy they were fighting for. The intensity was palpable, and the determination was contagious. This was a team on a mission, united by a common goal, and fueled by the pain of their previous defeat. The locker room? Pure energy. Music blaring, coaches giving fiery speeches, and players hyping each other up. The message was clear: leave everything on the field. This was their moment to flip the script. The walls shook with chants and cheers, and the sense of brotherhood was stronger than ever. Every player knew their role, and every coach demanded nothing less than excellence. Coaches fired up, fans pacing, and everyone's asking, can Bama bounce back? The tension was palpable. Every play was going to matter, every decision scrutinized. The pressure was on, but so was the belief. The coaching staff left nothing to chance, making last-minute adjustments and reminding the players of the game plan. The fans, meanwhile, held their breath, hoping for a miracle but bracing for another heartbreak. The opening kickoff set the tone. Alabama came out with a fire we hadn't seen in weeks. The first play, explosive. The crowd, deafening. It was clear this was a different team. The energy was infectious and the players fed off the roar of the crowd. Every movement was crisp, every block executed with precision, and the message was sent: Alabama was here to fight. From the first whistle, Alabama came out swinging. They played with urgency, with passion, and with a chip on their shoulder. Every snap was a statement: we're not done yet. The offense attacked with confidence, the defense swarmed to the ball, and the special teams played with renewed purpose. It was a complete team effort, and it was obvious that the tide had turned. Touchdown passes, clutch defense, and that electric crowd, this was no ordinary game. The offense found its groove, connecting on big plays and moving the chains. The defense swarmed to the ball, making tackles and forcing turnovers. The fans fed off the energy, turning the stadium into a cauldron of noise. Every big play brought the crowd to its feet, and the momentum kept building. The players could feel the support, and it pushed them to dig even deeper. Georgia tried to answer, but Bama kept pushing. Every time Georgia made a play, Alabama responded. The defense stood tall in the red zone, the offense answered with long drives, and special teams made key plays. It was a heavyweight fight, and Alabama refused to back down. The back-and-forth action kept everyone on the edge of their seats, and the tension in the stadium was almost unbearable. Both teams traded blows, but Alabama's resolve never wavered. Every play showed fight, every yard earned. The game was a battle of wills, with both teams trading blows. But Alabama's determination was unmatched. They fought for every inch, every point, every moment. The sideline was alive, the players feeding off each other's energy. The physicality was intense, and the emotional stakes were even higher. It was a true test of character, and Alabama passed with flying colors. And then, the moment. The play that changed everything. The crowd held its breath as Alabama marched down the field, the clock ticking, the pressure mounting. It was do or die. The tension was so thick you could feel it in the air, every fan on their feet, every player locked in. The drive was a masterpiece of execution, a showcase of poise under pressure. Alabama punches it in for the go-ahead score. The stadium erupts, fans are jumping, players are hugging, and the noise is off the charts. It's a moment that will be replayed for years, a symbol of resilience and belief. The celebration was pure joy, a release of all the frustration and doubt that had built up over the past week. It was a turning point, not just in the game, but in the season. Sacks, interceptions, you name it, Alabama brings the heat. The defense closed the door, making big plays when it mattered most. The pass rush was relentless, the secondary locked down receivers, and the crowd sensed victory. Every defensive stand was met with thunderous applause, and the players fed off the energy, determined to finish what they started. The celebration was just beginning. Fans waved flags, students stormed the field, and fireworks lit up the night sky. It was a party in Tuscaloosa, a release of all the tension and doubt from the week before. The city came alive with celebrations spilling into the streets and chants echoing long after the final whistle. For one night, all was right in the world of Alabama football. After that Week 1 loss, this was a statement. The coaches reminded the team of how far they'd come in just 1 week. The players reflected on the pain of defeat and the joy of redemption. It was a lesson in perseverance and never giving up, no matter how tough things get. The journey from despair to triumph was a testament to the character of the team and the leadership of the coaching staff. They proved that setbacks are just setups for comebacks. This win was about more than points. It was about proving something to themselves, to their fans, and to everyone who doubted them. The trophy was a symbol, but the real reward was the pride they felt in each other. The bonds forged in adversity are the strongest, and this team showed that unity and belief can overcome any obstacle. The celebration in the locker room was emotional, with players and coaches embracing, knowing they had accomplished something special. It was pride, it was grit, and it was straight-up redemption. The players hugged, some with tears in their eyes, knowing they'd overcome adversity together. The dirt on their uniforms told the story of a hard-fought battle. Every bruise, every scrape, every drop of sweat was worth it for this moment. The journey had been tough, but the reward was sweeter because of the struggle. Alabama's sideline was pure celebration. Meanwhile, Georgia fans, shocked. The contrast was stark, one side in jubilation, the other in disbelief. The emotions were raw, the stakes enormous. For Alabama, it was validation. For Georgia, a bitter pill to swallow. The looks on the faces in the stands told the whole story. Joy and heartbreak, triumph and defeat, all playing out in real time. The internet exploding. Social media was a frenzy of reactions, with fans and analysts alike scrambling to process what they'd just witnessed. The highlight reels were already circulating and the hot takes were flying. Everyone had an opinion, and the debate over what this win meant for the rest of the season was just beginning. Memes, wild hot takes, and #Alabama vs Georgia trending everywhere. Fans shared their favorite moments, debated the best plays, and celebrated the comeback. The game became an instant classic, a viral sensation. The internet was flooded with highlight clips, fan reactions, and endless discussions about the turning point of the game. It was a reminder of how college football brings people together, sparking conversations and memories that last a lifetime. So what's next? The season is wide open. Alabama's comeback has changed the narrative, and now every game feels bigger. The players know the work isn't done, but they've proven they can handle adversity. The road ahead is filled with challenges, but this team has shown they have the resilience to face whatever comes their way. The rest of the season promises more drama, more excitement, and more opportunities for greatness. If Alabama can fight back like this, the season just got way more interesting. Every opponent will be gunning for them, but now the Tide has momentum. The schedule is tough, but this team has shown they have the heart to compete with anyone. The players are focused, the coaches are prepared, and the fans are more passionate than ever. The journey is far from over, and the best may be yet to come. Analysts are already debating what this means for the playoff picture. Can Alabama run the table? Will this win spark a championship run? The conversations are just getting started. Every sports show is breaking down the game, every analyst is weighing in, and the excitement is building. The possibilities are endless, and the stakes have never been higher. Drop your favorite play in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more wild college football moments. This is why we love the game. The drama, the passion, the unexpected twists. Alabama's journey is far from over, and if this week taught us anything, it's that you can never count out the Crimson Tide. Stay tuned, because the fight for glory is just getting started. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Alabama is back, and they're ready to chase greatness once again. The story of this season is still being written, and you won't want to miss a single moment.